Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have an HP ProBook 445 G7 model. And in this video I'm going to take you on a step-by-step how you can open it up and how you can service, clean and repaste your laptop. If your laptop is running hot and you feel like it's time about servicing, if the fan sounds like a jet engine, then you might want to open it up and clean and repaste. Alright. By cleaning it up and by opening it up and repasting, you're not going to change anything in the system. All the files, everything, all the configuration is going to be the same. So there's no other need for any configuration after repaste. Alright, first thing first, you want to make sure you power off the laptop. Do not put on standby. Power it off completely. And I'm going to go over the tools that I'll be using. Tool number one, and most important one, is one sheet of the workshop towel. And the reason I always say use a workshop towel, it's because of the second tools that we're going to be using. It's an isopropylic or isopropylic alcohol 99% plus. Don't use anything lower than that. And the reason for this workshop sheet towels compared to microfiber towels that people use is that once you put an alcohol on this one and you clean the components or the CPU or the component on the board, this one will rip apart really easy, soft and easy, and it will not damage the motherboard compared to the microfiber that the strings can damage the board. Alright, so one sheet of this, alcohol 99%, and a good thermal paste. If you want the best thermal paste out there, go with the Thermal Grizzly, Cryonaut. These are one of the best high-end thermal paste. I'll leave the link in the video description so you guys can purchase yours. Or you can go with an Arctic MX4. These are really good. Arctic MX5, again, they're really good choices and cheaper. You need a screwdriver set. I'll be using an UFIXTEK screwdriver set as they have one of the best screwdrivers out there. We are going to use a Phillips number 0. These bits are made out of the S2 class steel. That means they're really toughened and they will last you many years. If you get the Pro set, they will include you with an opening tools and some tweezers. If not, grab yourself a guitar pick, and metallic guitar picks are suitable to opening cases and covers. And you will need curved tweezers or straight tweezers, whichever you have on hand. And it's handy to have one of these plastic rods lying around to use. And one more last thing would be a used or new toothbrush to clean up the fan. Alright, I think we have everything ready to go, so let's get it started. On the bottom of the laptop, you're going to see a whole bunch of screws. First, right away, we're going to remove the front two screws, one on each corner. And there's a reason we do this two first. Because the rest of the screws will not come out entirely. They have a little C-lock on the other side of the screw that will prevent the screw coming out entirely. So all you need to do is to unscrew it until you see the screw gets pushed out. And then it's all wobbly in there. But it will not come out because of the C-lock. So just leave it like that and do the same thing for the rest of the screws and two in the middle. Also, if you guys like my videos, if you want my videos helpful and helping you guys out to do your own service and cleaning and upgrades, you can support the channel by clicking the like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps and motivates me to make more videos, take requests, and answer your questions in the comment area. I appreciate that. Alright, now that we loosen up the rest of the screws, we're going to stick the opening tool, in this case the guitar pick, right in between the palm rest and the right there. And then what you want to do, you want to twist it like that, and you want to see a gap making a big click sound. Those click sounds, that's what you want to hear. I'm sticking about 2 or 3 millimeters. I'm not sticking the whole guitar pick in there. And then you want to work yourself in the front end. You can run it around just like that quickly. I'm just wiggling like this. Then go to the corner. Now we're going to do the other side. And go to the back corner. You can do the back end, stick it right there. And then it's already coming out. If yours is not coming out, just do it like this, and it should get released. Once you have that one released, there's a clip right by the battery in here that will prevent it coming out. So you want to run your fingers and separate this place. I think the screw needs to be unlocked a little more. Need to unhook this side, even back down. There we go. I'm going to grab it, and then you want to yank it up a little bit, and it will release these clips that hold from the battery right in here. Okay. Now that you got this one outside, you can take it outside, use a toothbrush, just clean up the dust mesh right in there. And there's a fan system and the nice dual heat pipe and the battery right in here. So first thing first, we're going to disconnect this battery. To disconnect the battery, we're going to remove this and this screw, 2 screws. So go ahead and remove these 2 screws. And lift up the battery from the top side upward. So you can disconnect it from here, and then you want to pull it towards the fan because of the clip right in here. Now that's disconnected. There's a CMOS battery right in here. So if you want to upgrade, you change your CMOS battery. It's a CR2032. So just pull the jack out, put it back in the new one, and that's it. Now we're gonna disconnect the fan connector first, and that one is right in here. Don't yank on the cables; you can damage the cables. What I like to do here, I'm gonna pull this one out. I like to put the tweezers beside the connectors and wiggle them around, and it should release it really easy. So that's how I like to remove them, so I don't have to stress and damage the cables. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna remove one more screw beside this fan right in here. So we can lift up, there's one more screw right in here. So there's a 2 screw and 1 screw that goes with the battery. So 2 screws in here and 1 that holds up from the battery. Now I can lift up this one here. There's a little gaffer's tape or plastic tape in here. You can undo this one. You don't really need it. And then you have your fan, take it outside, use a toothbrush, hold it and gently swipe and use a compressed air. Don't use those can ones, use a compressed air. I'll leave the link for a good one that we use to clean up the fan system. This tape right in here, you don't need it. It's just for assembly line to keep it together. Now to remove the heatsink, you can open it up and clean up the fan system without removing the heatsink once every 6 months to remove all the clogged dust buildup in here. But this one is pretty clean. But if you want to repaste, you need to remove the 4 screws right on the CPU. Again, the screws have a little C-lock on them, so you just have to twist them. And you're going to feel it that is loosened up. You don't want to pull it up from this side. You want to bring your fingers beside the CPU or grab it from the legs. And then you want to wiggle it around a little bit, and then you're going to break the seal. Holy moly. Look at the factory, how much thermal paste they put. It just went all over the place. So that's to answer your questions. How much thermal paste can we use? Obviously, the manufacturer used excessive. Now we're going to clean it up. You want to grab 1 sheet of the little bit of worktop towel, soak it in an alcohol, bring it down, and wipe the CPU. All you want to do, you want to clean the crystal die. You don't want to go crazy all around it. So just clean as much as you can on the crystal die of the CPU, like that. And then you want to clean the excess of the thermal paste right in here. There we have it. Now that we clean up the CPU and the heatsink, you want to grab your thermal paste and you want to make a tiny line on the main die like that. Be generous, don't put too little. I'd rather have a little more than have a little less. Bring the heatsink right over, align it, bring it straight over, and then you want to cross screw the screws. Hold it down with 1 finger and cross screw them. Don't go clockwise or counterclockwise. Make sure you always cross screw them. So that way the thermal paste will spread evenly across the CPU. Once you have that one in place, you want to grab your fan, slide it right under the corner here. Before you put the screw, always slide the connector inside the jack. And now we're going to put the 2 screws on the fan right in here, one on the top side, and one right beside the keyboard connector, right there. Now that it's all cleaned up, the fan is connected, double check, make sure everything is in place. Grab the battery, bring the bottom end here, make sure it goes under the clip, align it, bring it down and push towards the motherboard. with 2 fingers like that. And place the 2 screws right on the one right by the fan and one right on this side. And this is how you can clean up and repaste your laptop HP ProBook 445 G7. Now, last thing down here would be grab the bottom cover, put the back end down in like a 15-degree inside, and then you want to push down the corners in the clips in the middle and the sides, the back, and just like that. If you see any gap opening like that, you can just simply pinch them together and it will go to its place. So don't worry about it, that makes a big click sound. Those are the clips are getting locked in. And to finish it off is just to screw down the bottom cover, and that should cover up this video. I hope you guys like this video and I helped you guys out. If you have any question or request, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Just gonna finish up putting up the bottom screws.